Chapter 2, Smooting Forest. Going to start a little bit in the chapter. 3 days after we had escaped from Bodnan, Cogros and I were camped near the eastern side of a wooded hill. There were many hills in that part of the country. We were far from the coast now. It was mid-morning, and the day was already hot. We were having a breakfast that consisted mainly of sausages. The sound of a creek could be heard not far off. The trees covering the hill's western slope were at our backs. "It's been a long time since I had sausages for breakfast," I commented. I have eaten well this morning, not only for breakfast, but a meal in general. "Many things will soon change. Your diet is one of them. The outlaws eat well, and you, being the son of the future king, will eat better." "That is still hard to believe," I said. "All my life I thought I was a peasant." "I still feel like one. You may feel lowly and humble for some time to come," said the wizard, "but one day someone will make you feel like a king who will come into your life." "Not hardly," I said credulously. "No maiden could ever really do that for me." "Did I say it was a maiden?" "No, it will be one who can get past your defenses, reach into your heart, and make the two of you one. He will be no maiden. You are right about that." "How will I know him when I see him?" I asked. "He will know you," proclaimed the wizard. "My father will likely object." "You're right. I suppose he won't like it," agreed Cogros. "There'll be nothing he will be able to do about it. I think it is best to keep this conversation between us." "I agreed," I said. "How long will I wait for the one you speak of, if he is real?" "I do not know," said Cogros. "I cannot tell, nor can I say who he will be, but I do fear it may seem a long wait for you." "For me?" I said quizzically. "I have a very long lifespan," said Cogros. "I remember when the valley we were headed to was called Woldine's Hole. I remember the man Woldine for whom the valley was named." "Since you have established that you are a wizard, I will have to take your word for it," I replied. "Something troubles me." "Which is?" asked Cogros. "Well, Daxon Jander may be a fool," I said, "but he never struck me as one to try to rob and assault one of the sheriff's tax collectors." "Well," hedged Cogros, "somehow the man's coin pouch found its way onto Daxon. He took off for the inn door, but tripped, got picked up, and flung towards the tax collector. You can imagine where things went from there." "Yes, I can imagine there is more to the story than is being told. No matter. What's done is done. He'll swing on Wednesday, I take it." "Which is today," said Cogros. "Believe the hangman's rope will snap his neck by midday." "As it would turn out, Daxon Jander would make good his escape by then." "Ah, well," I remarked wistfully, thinking of what I thought was to come. "Perhaps it was for the best." "Not sorry to see him go?" asked Cogros. "I did not wish to see him dead," I said. "I will not mourn for him, however. At least this way he is gone." "Was he not your lover?" Cogros asked with mock seriousness. "You know very well he was not. It was a friendship of sorts, at least at first. However, that cost my pocket peace of mind, cost of my pocket and peace of mind, soon became too great. Just how long did you put up with it? Said Cargros more seriously. Off and on, about 15 years, I said grudgingly. You kept letting him back into your life, hoping things would be different, said Cargros. Things never were different. Some people can never change. Don't settle for riffraff. Shall I settle for being alone, then? I retorted. You will not be alone forever, said Cargros, and there will be plenty of distractions between now and then. The then you speak of may never come, I said. Have it your way, Happerstadt, said Cargros, with finality. Now, for what will happen today, you must be ready. What am I to expect? I asked. Am I to get ready for a battle? Not today, replied the wizard. Today, be prepared for a bit more attention than you're used to, and then being ignored for a good while. I don't understand, I said. When we get there, you will, said Cargros. The outlaws know you are the son of a king. Life for them will soon change, too. If all goes well for all who live, if any, life will change for the better. I've forgotten that I am supposed to be a prince, said Happerstadt. I sure do not feel like one. That will change one day, said Cargros. My father would have me as his heir. He knows he cannot pass you over as much as he might be tempted to, the wizard replied. I have impressed upon him the consequences of doing so. Can you get him to do anything you want, then? I asked. Alas, no, said Cargros wistfully. Still too much of his father, King Harald, in him. There's something that is troubling you, I said. How very perceptive you are, said Cargros. I fear he shares his father's blind ambition to revive the Aravantian Empire. I have repeatedly told him that such an aim is folly. There's still too much of the new religion in him, I think, I said. Maybe not as much as his father, but enough. I'm only concerned for what it means for me. Unwanted marriage match to cement an alliance, maybe, said Cargros. Not now, but perhaps in the future. Be ready. I will be, I replied. We will see. No more talk now. Time is a-wasting. If we set out now and don't stop for lunch, we may make it to Smooting Forest by sunset. I don't like skipping lunch, but I will for the journey's sake, I said. By another sunset we had reached the edge of a small field that was between us and the edge of Smooting Forest. Cargros and I rode our horses through the grass, and the distance began to narrow as we approached the trees. When we reached the edge of the trees, we stopped for a moment and gazed into the forest. You know that we have no choice, said Cargros. We have got to go in. I know. I was afraid as I am. I know the only way out of hell is through it. In time you will find there is nothing to fear, answered the wizard. Now let us go forward. In the waning twilight we were deep within the forest. All was quiet except for the usual noises of animals. An oppressive silence rested on the two of us. It was as if the woods were waiting for something to happen. After a while I could bear it no more. Where is this outlaw friend of yours? I demanded. How are we to find him? He will find us, replied Cargros. He already has found you, said a jolly voice up from one of the trees.